Um, Hello, my name is Joseph Carr. I'm in Drama-015 with Professor Perry. So, for my oral presentation, I chose the migrant farm worker's son. I uh, I chose this for a couple of reasons. Reason one, I have friends who I played sports with, baseball and football, that have that had parents and grandparents who have migrated from Mexico to live in the United States. Not as much as be farm workers, but just moved over here in general for family, for lots of reasons. And the reason two is because my grandfather or my great grandfather was immigrated from Italy, so it's not exactly in line with this play, but I think there's some similarities, especially between when you're talking about Henry and his dad. So this play itself was pretty good in my opinion. I think it has a lot to do with you can connect with it today, especially when looking at how you living in California, especially. So the father and the main characters are Henry's father, Henry's mother, and his sister. So the play is basically about Henry being at odds with his father. They all live in this small town in Arizona, and Henry's father is a migrant worker who works on farms. Um, so the mother, I guess you could say, kind of instigates this a little bit in a way because she wants Henry to assimilate into American life. You know, he's into the modern culture, pop culture for the most part, and his father is really embedded into his, I guess you could say, like the old ways, or from when he was young and when he lived in Mexico, and is really embedded into his cultural traditions. This kind of creates a dual type of existence for Henry. It's kind of hard for him to struggle with a struggle because of having to deal with, do I you know become Americanized and live in the society I live in today without really recognizing the culture where I came from, which he kind of doesn't, especially early in the play, not knowing a lot of Spanish, um, not really taking an interest into you know his cultural traditions. Um, I guess the other side of it would be, should I take up what my father wants me to do and possibly become a farm worker and really understand and love where I came from, like you know. Um, so this is kind of settled when you know he his father kind of abuses him, beats him a little bit, and because of this, he has a friend, Olivero, who reads him poems that kind of, and they subliminally tell like that what his father is like and why he deals with it like that, and how he can maybe further understand what his dad goes through and why he's so kind of split between whether his son should become Americanized or not, and why he kind of is mad that he's not. Um, so that's pretty much resolved by the father and the son clashing. And they get into it a little bit, and I through these Olivero's poems, he kind of and that the clash between the father and Henry, that Henry understands why his dad is the way he is, and then the family reunites in the end, and they learn that Olivero is actually a ghost, and he basically walks off. He was killed in a tractor accident from back in the day. I guess you could say that globally this can be looked at because of Trump's wall. You know, families probably definitely have some issues with this, especially in today's society and its foreign policy. I think the fact, you know, the Muslim ban or the immigrant ban can put tolls on families, and people can, you know, there's a lot of stressors involved, and I think this play can connect with that aspect of today's global outlook and some diversity that is being very overlooked. That's part one. Thank you.